Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Rafael. I am an electrical engineer and bilingual teacher of mathematics and physics in Brazil. And in this video, I would like to discuss with you simple interest. And for this purpose, we're going to solve some questions that I selected from several exams. Let's go to the first exercise. Exercise number 1 says, John borrowed $400 from Bank X, which he repaid after 2 quarters. If the interest charged amounted to $150, what was the monthly simple interest rate applied by Bank X? Okay, my friends, this is the exercise. Let's go to the solution. But firstly, let's review the information that the exercise provided. The exercise said that John borrowed $400 from Bank X and that the interest amounted to $150 and he repaid the loan after 2 quarters. Alright, this is the information that we are going to use. To find the monthly simple interest rate, we use the formula for the simple interest. What is the formula for the simple interest? It is interest is equal to the principal times the interest rate times the time. Alright? Interest in dollars is equal to the principal times the rate, the interest rate, times the time. And the principal is $400 and the time is 6 months, because the exercise said that it was 2 quarters. And what is a quarter? A quarter is 3 months, alright? A quarter is 3 months. So 2 quarters is 6 months. Okay, my friends, then 2 quarters of the year is equal to 6 months. Alright, we're going to use this information in this formula here to calculate the interest rate. That is the question. The exercise asked us what was the monthly simple interest rate applied by the bank. Alright, so here we have the interest, $150 is equal to the principal. The principal is $400 times the rate. We don't know the rate. We want to find the rate, and the time we substitute by 6 months. Alright, the exercise said 2 quarters, but we are compounding in months. That's why we're going to use months instead of quarters. Alright, so it is 6 months. Okay, we pass this and this, divide in 150, then we find R is equal to 150 divided by 400 times 6, and this is equal to 0.0625, which is equal to 6.25%. Okay? And what does it mean? What does this represent? It is the rate. The solution of the exercise, exercise asked us what was the monthly simple interest rate applied by the bank. And we reach this value here. Therefore, the monthly simple interest rate charged by the bank is 6.25% per month. Alright, my friends, this is the first exercise. Let's go to the next. Question number 2, my friends. A debt incurs a monthly interest rate of 12% if not paid by the due date. 12% per month. For payments made less than 1 month late, the debt is calculated using the simple interest method. Assuming a business month of 30 days, if the debt amount was $3,000 on the due date, how much must be paid if settled 8 days late? Alright, my friends, this is the question. Let's go to the solution, and to determine the amount payable when the debt is settled 8 days late, we shall use the simple interest formula. And what is the simple interest formula? The simple interest formula is this: interest is equal to principal times rate times time. Okay? This is the formula that we are going to use. And the principal was said to be $3,000. We already have the principal, $3,000, and the interest rate is 12% per month. But here we having a period of 8 days, not a month, 8 days. Alright, then what we need to do, we need to convert the interest rate from a monthly basis to a daily basis. Okay, so it is 12% per month converted to days, and the exercise said that we shall assume a business month of 30 days, and we are going to divide 12 by 30, and this gives 0.4% per day. All right, and the time period is 8 days. We have everything now to calculate the interest, and the interest is going to be, interest is equal to $3,000 times the rate, which is 0.4%, okay? Because we don't use in the expression 0.4% in this way, we have to use the decimal, and the time period is 8 days, okay? And carrying out this multiplication, we find that the interest in dollars is equal to $96. All right, so this is the interest in dollars, and this is the interest rate. But it is not what the exercise wanted us to calculate. The exercise wanted us to calculate the amount payable after 8 days after the due date. Okay, so the total amount is equal to the principal plus the interest. Okay, we have to repay the principal and the interest in this transaction. All right, so the principal was 3,000 and the interest 96, and this is equal to 3,096 $3,096. Therefore, the amount required to pay off the debt 8 days late is $3,096. Alright, my friends, this was exercise number 2. Let's go to the next. Let's go to exercise number 3. Question number 3 now. A bank charged $360 for a delay of 6 months on a debt of $600. What is the monthly interest rate applied by the bank calculated using the simple interest formula. Okay, my friends, this is the question. Let's go to the solution. But before going to the solution, let's review the information that the exercise provided. The exercise said that the bank charged $360 of interest for a delay of 6 months on a debt of $600, and the exercise wants us to calculate the monthly interest rate applied by the bank using the simple interest method. Okay? So that's what we are going to do. And to determine the monthly interest rate charged by the bank using the simple interest method, we use the following formula. Interest is equal to the principal times the rate times the time. Okay, the principal was said to be $600, and the interest rate we want to calculate, and the time is 6 months, and the interest $360. Okay, we have everything to use the formula and calculate what the exercise wanted. So the rate will be equal to the interest divided by the principal times the time. Okay? Consequently, the rate will be equal to 360 divided by 600 times 6. Okay? Simple mathematics there. And we find the rate to be equal to 0.1. In decimal and in percentage, it is equal to 10%. Okay, my friends? This is the rate. Therefore, the monthly simple interest rate applied by the bank is 10%. 10%. This is per month. Per month. The exercise wanted us to calculate the monthly interest rate, not on a per year basis. Okay, it is on a per month basis. The monthly interest rate. Okay, so the monthly interest rate applied by the bank is 10%. Okay, this is all for exercise number 3. Let's go to exercise 4. Question number 4. John lent Oliver $300 at a simple interest rate of 5% per month. Oliver repaid the entire debt, including the interest, after 4 months. How much interest did Oliver pay? Okay, my friends, this is the exercise. Let's go to the solution. But before going to the solution, let's review the information. John lent Oliver $300. So this is the amount of the loan. Okay? At a simple interest rate of 5% per month. Okay? A monthly interest rate. And Oliver repaid the entire debt, including the interest, after 4 months. Alright? So using the simple interest method, we are going to calculate the interest paid, the interest in dollars. Alright, to find the total interest paid by Oliver, we use the simple interest formula, and we already know that the interest is equal to principal times the rate times time, in which the principal amount is $300, the monthly interest rate is 5%, and at the time 4 months. Okay, we can simply plug in the values. We're going to substitute the values in the expression, and we are going to find that the interest is equal to the principal 300 times the rate. We don't use it in this way, we use it in decimal, which means that it is 5 divided by 100 times the time, and the time is 4 months, okay? And it is simple mathematics. If we calculate, we find $60. All right? Simple, isn't it? Therefore, the interest paid by Oliver in this transaction was $60. Okay, my friends, this was exercise number 4. Let's go to the next. Question number 5. A principal amount was invested at an annual simple interest rate of 36%. To redeem an amount 4 times the initial investment, what is the minimum period that the capital must remain invested? Alright, my friends, this is the question. Let's go to the solution. But before going to the solution, let's review the information that the exercise provided. And the exercise said that the amount was invested at an annual interest rate of 36%. Okay, 36% per annum, which means 36% per year. And the exercise wants us to redeem an amount 4 times. Okay, the amount that we are going to redeem has to be 4 times the principal or the initial investment. And the question is, what is the minimum period that the capital must remain invested? Okay, my friends? And to find the minimum period of time required for the investment to grow to 4 times its initial value, use the simple interest formula. And we know that the total amount that we want to redeem is equal to the principal plus the interest, okay? And since we want the total amount to be 4 times the principal, the total amount has to be 4 times the principal, okay? And in this way, we are going to use the simple interest formula. Here, we know that I is equal to the principal times the rate times the time, okay? And we are going to substitute this in this expression here, and we're going to find that A has to be 4 times the principal. So 4 times P is equal to P plus P times R times T, okay? And if we simplify this expression, we get that 4 times P is equal to P 1 plus RT, okay? And we can simply use the values. We cancel this with this, and we find that 4 is equal to the rate, but the rate was given in per annum, and let's use months, okay? Because we don't want broken years, so we are going to use months here. Okay, so the rate is equal to 36% per annum, and if we divide by 12, because there are 12 months in a year, we find that the rate is equal to 3% per month. Alright, 3% per month. And we are going to use this here, and it means that it is 1 plus 3% times T. Okay? We pass this 1 to this side, it becomes 4 minus 1, 3 is equal to 3 over 100 times T. Okay? And if we continue solving, we find that the time is 100 months, okay? This is what it means. This T here we calculated here on a monthly basis. This is 100 months, all right? And now we are going to convert 100 months into years, okay? Observe that 8 years is equal to 96 months, okay? 8 times 12 is 96, so the time is equal to 8 years plus 4 months, alright? 8 years plus 4 months. Therefore, the capital must be invested for 8 years and 4 months to redeem 4 times the initial amount. Alright, my friends, this is all for question number 5. Let's go to the next question. Alright, my friends, let's go to the last question. Question number 6. Rachel paid an overdue bill with a 5% interest charge, resulting in a total payment of $420. Had she paid the bill on the due date, how much would she have saved? Okay, my friends, this is the question. Let's go to the solution. But before going to the solution, let's review the information that the exercise provided. The exercise says that Rachel paid an overdue bill with 5% of interest, resulting in a total payment of $420. And the question is, had she paid the bill on the due date, how much would she have saved? Okay, this is the question. To find the amount Rachel would have saved, we need to calculate the original bill amount before the 5% interest. Alright, the total amount paid, including the 5% interest, is 420, and the equation relating the original amount and the interest is the total amount, which is 420, which is the original amount plus the interest, is equal to the original amount. TA is the total amount, OA is the original amount, plus 5% on the original amount. Okay? 5% on the original amount. She paid this. She could have paid this. And the exercise wants us to calculate this. How much would she have paid? How much would she have saved if she had paid the bill in due time? Alright? The exercise wants us to calculate how much she would have saved. So that's what we are going to calculate. Firstly, we need this. We need to calculate the original amount to understand the difference between these two, okay? So the total amount we know is 420, and the original amount, we are going to calculate the original amount plus 5% of the original amount, okay? We are going to equate this in this way. Original amount 1 plus 0.05, and I pass this dividing here, and I find that the original amount is 420 divided by 1.05, and this is equal to $400. So the original amount is $400. The amount saved would be the interest amount charged. Okay? The amount that she would have saved is the interest. The interest is equal to the total amount minus the original amount, which is equal to 420 minus 400, and this is equal to $20. Therefore, if Rachel had paid the bill by the due date, she would have saved $20. Alright, my friends, this is question 6, and this was the video that I wanted to make. I hope you learned from it and enjoyed it. I'm a teacher, guys. If you want to book a lesson with me, use my WhatsApp number. Goodbye!